You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Pedasso Show. This show is for biologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
Because now I'm wondering, we never asked her that question.
I know. I'm not.
Oh wait,
a
we're recording,
scientist.
aren't we?
Yes, I know. I'm not a scientist, but I think I know the answer to this.
Okay.
We'll get to the question in a second.
Okay.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the Stuart Pedasso Show. I'm Dave.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Will.
And the gang is all here. And this question we were talking about, we started to have a conversation. If you were listening to the show, man, like 2 months ago now, right?
Well, a couple months or so.
Yeah.
Dutry, yeah.
And we had Victoria on from Empire Labs. They do the Clone-A-Willy and Clone-A-Pussy. And Peter and Will got one of the Clone-A-Willys. And we were just talking about like the how-to kind of thing.
The mechanics.
The mechanics of it.
Yeah.
And my point was, I never thought about this before, but what if you were so excited that you just in
Can
the
that
jelly?
happen? I mean,
I don't have a penis, so I don't know.
There is, so I've read on the internet, there is such a thing as a handless or a touchless, whatever you want to call it, orgasm. If you stimulate the right things.
I guess I don't.
Well,
know.
isn't that what a wet dream pretty much is?
Well, yeah, but I just was. I mean, I don't know if like the process of putting it into a gel that's going to harden. It doesn't seem like a turn on to me.
It doesn't.
But what if it was a turn on?
Yeah, what if you
Like,
were
maybe it's not a
out?
turn on to you, but maybe it was a turn on to somebody else.
Could be.
It could be a turn on to someone else.
For me, I can't relate.
Right.
But
But if somebody was a turn on, I bet it would ruin it.
we watched a documentary once about people that are sexually attracted to cars.
Oh yeah, those are interesting.
Yeah, they left like marks and stuff, dribble marks on the cars, and it's pretty gross.
Yeah. Humping the tailpipe must be exhausting.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
That was a good one. Man, that was so good.
I'm winded. that one just, wow. Whew, my stop.
Are you turned on, or are you?
No,
like,
I wasn't expecting such a pun there. I was just like, woo.
It was so good.
It took me by surprise. That's all. I would assume. I mean, I can always send an email to Victoria, but I would assume if you jizzed in it, you would probably ruin the chemical makeup of the stuff that.
I'm not going to jizz in it. It's an intellectual question.
But you don't. I think there's a plaster cast first, and then you put the gel in it.
Well, yeah. Okay. So your Johnson, your member, your penis,
Phallus.
yes, goes into this mix that turns into like a rubbery thing that
Right.
makes the cast, and then there's the plaster. Once your dick comes out of it, then you pour the plaster stuff that hardens, and that turns it into the actual.
Oh, if you
dildo.
make the plaster one.
So your dick actually makes the cast that the plaster goes into.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I bet what happens.
So if you jizz into the mold, all I can think of is if it's not into its rubbery state yet, it may
Right.
screw up the chemical composition. I don't
Well,
know.
because the only reason I'm thinking like maybe not so much, men your age, because you're manly men who have had manly men things for many, many years. But I'm thinking like an 18-year-old who's like, who's still in his prime, and he can. Come when the wind blows on it, right?
It's interesting
It's
though,
like,
because
I don't know. That's what I was actually thinking more. I didn't think you guys.
I wasn't like that when I was 18, but like I don't know.
You were like that last Thursday?
no.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just
I'd
don't
be
think,
impressed. I mean,
I
frankly.
think. Well, I think my first time I was like 20 minutes, maybe. I don't think. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Well, I feel like as I've gotten older, I can hold out longer.
Right. Well, that's part of that's what you learn how to
Sometimes
Right.
whether you want to or not.
But I feel like that's when you're in your prime, when you can go
Well,
for, like-
when you're in your prime, meaning, I'm sorry, you are right. When you're in your sex prime where you actually can have sex really well, yeah,
Right.
you got to wait till you get older. I was thinking in your prime, meaning literally just being able to ejaculate like
on the school when the
like,
school
all
bus
the
is
time.
idling.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. More like that.
You've been there before.
Or you
Yeah.
can, or you're able to do it multiple times quickly, like recover quicker.
Right. Because I've heard that too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that shit. Well, that's changed. Although I guess I don't know. If you go a long time, do you really want to go again?
Yeah, see, and
kinda
that's-
my
But
Right.
when you're young, I've heard that that's a thing. I don't
Going
know. Again,
multiple
I do not own a penis, so I don't really know these things. This is just
think
stuff I hear.
I've done it 2 or 3 times in a row. But I don't know. Like I feel.
Did
like
you
if-
ejaculate every time though?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I feel like if you added the time together that I went that time, I still go longer now in one time, or could if
Right.
I wanted to.
Yeah. Right.
So
Right. So
I don't know.
if there's a reason why I don't have to go longer, then I can
Right.
do a second time without a problem. But if I've already been going 45 minutes or
Yeah,
something,
like it's not happening again.
not in 2 minutes. No, absolutely. I'm gonna need a sandwich.
after,
I'm
like-
gonna need
I think after like
Sandwich.
something. I need a
I mean,
you know.
that's fine.
the house will settle. too
Speaking of
quick.
getting winded, geez, I'm gonna you gotta let me
Yeah, I need a sandwich.
towel
I need
off.
some.
Jeez, call
What's
my
your-
mom. Something. Jeez.
does that to what effect does that have?
And I was just making a joke
What's your input on this, hon?
because I haven't called her.
What do you mean? It has changed so drastically with all the different medications I've had to
Well, that's
take and
true.
change. And
That does it too.
Oh yeah, true. That's true too. Medication.
I used to be able to edge for hours, and now I'm lucky if I last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's interesting because again, there's 18 gazillion types of medications out there for everything. So, but everything I've heard in terms of side effects, it makes it more difficult, not easier.
Yeah, my last antidepressant made it more difficult, but now
So I guess So I guess
since
it
now I'm
depends.
off of it, I think it's like
Oh,
it's easier to.
makes sense.
You could have just made. Oh, I last 5 hours.
I could
Like
have,
you could have
but
just been. You could have just made me proud of you, and yeah.
I'm not a liar.
proud of you, Will.
I'm not a liar.
I'm proud of you. You 5
Even
minute
if you
wonder.
that's
I'm
right,
proud
5
of
It's the
you.
minutes.
best 5 minutes you'll ever have. in your
That's what I'm
life.
saying.
That's what I'm saying
Damn
too.
As his husband,
Be
it is a good 5 minutes.
good
That's
for
what I'm
you.
saying.
Good for you.
Quality over quantity.
Quality, man. It's a quality 5 minutes there.
Well, okay. This is,
Honestly, sometimes I'm
I'm
sometimes
going to
I do
you. I
feel
was about
like
to go to you.
Sometimes I'm like,
give me 5 good minutes.
I know. I'm like, man, this has been 25 minutes.
Really, honey? Are you ever like that with me? Be honest.
Oh dear. It's like the
Oh no.
There's some days where I'm like, I wish you just finished already.
Why don't you tell me to finish? I'm trying to last for you.
I give you the 10-minute warning.
Oh, we have a 10-minute warning thing. We do.
Oh, that's good.
This is interesting. May I?
that's a
may I
good
have?
idea.
What's?
I get really anxious when I'm in my groove. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh wait a minute, am I lasting too long or something? So to allay this, we have a 10-minute warning, which usually freaks in my head then because I'm like, oh, he's not enjoying it anymore or whatever. But
I feel like it's not necessarily the enjoyment thing. It's just for me, I can only speak for myself, but it's like I have enjoyed it, and women at least we can have more than one orgasm. So if I've already had one or two already, and he's still going, I'm like, okay.
I have had. I'm not saying this is not a humble brag. It's not. I'm just adding.
We're
to the-
chatting. We're
yes,
we're
I'm
friends
adding
chatting.
to the conversation. I have had at times some people say to me, "Yeah, okay, my badge is done."
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
done that. Oh yeah, no, I've done it too. Sometimes
do-
we're like, no, I'm done.
You do whatever you want to do, but it's done down there.
This is done. Right
yeah,
now.
you need to.
You've hit this enough.
you need
I
to
can't
go
do
somewhere else
anymore.
with that.
I'm just imagining a woman turning her head and going, "Yeah, okay, my badge is done."
Yeah. Well, I'm summarizing. Okay, I'm.
Yeah, I basically
wasn't-
said something similar. Probably.
That's not a
to some
quote.
degree.
I've heard that
not a
before,
quote.
but I
It's
think
true.
it was just for me. I've been with people that are like, I can't do it anymore or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think I just think it just it was something else.
Well, it's not necessarily the vag. I mean, sometimes it is a vag, but sometimes it's literally like, well, I'm in my fucking 50s now, and sometimes man, I'm tired now. I'm tired. I'm fucking old, man. I'm old, damn it.
I don't know. It's terrible.
Don't do that again,
I'm
please.
gonna go sit on the porch and whittle some wood.
Oh man.
I thought it was funny.
Oh man, don't do that.
Is that a euphemism?
No, I just finished.
Do you whittle?
No,
Are you a
well,
whittler?
can I tell you? I recently took up painting.
Ooh, tell
You
me about
told
it.
me, but
oh,
you
I'm,
haven't said it
I'm
on the
excited
show.
about it.
I guess I'm.
Oh yeah,
okay at it.
Good.
I mean,
I don't. You could be crappy at it. I'm still happy about
I
it.
was
Are
looking
there-
at that and thinking that was well within my abilities.
that's Magnus. Magnus. Did
Oh,
it.
really?
He did that here,
Huh, I like
He
that.
did.
Yeah.
and then I just got that.
Where's that from? Oh, that's from.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
I have it here. It's somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been trying to just see what sort of artistic things I can eventually learn to do.
Are there numbers involved?
No.
Oh,
I
that's
take
excellent.
a blank canvas
Sweet.
and I draw what's in my mind.
Not that there's anything wrong.
I'm
Really?
doing this
a lot,
one
lot of penises then, right?
landscapes.
Trees, yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of trees. Okay.
With penises
Yeah,
for,
right. Yeah.
trunks.
Hardwoods.
Yeah. No softwoods in
Man, he's getting Will with the puns today.
So
I learned from my dad.
his dad does do that stuff.
I do love
I'm
a
better.
I
good.
call dad jokes.
Yeah.
I love good puns though. I really do.
So we took a paint by numbers class, and I was like, well, I learned to do music and all this other stuff I didn't know I could do, so I'll try painting.
Why not?
I enjoy it.
Mildly cold.
That's awesome. I love that. So you're not taking. So you took one class together just for funsies, and then
Yeah.
you're like, I really like this. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Well, he and I did we were on a cruise ship, and they did like painting classes, and it was just like, paint this area black, paint. It was the Northern Lights is what we were doing.
Oh, okay.
And at the end of it, I totally didn't.
So it's like the
listen.
paint and sip thing, like they have, like where they do the
Technically, we've done 2 paint classes.
Yes.
We did a
because
paint
there is a
sip.
paint and sip there,
We
and then
did
they
that.
have the paint and smoke too. I've heard about, but I haven't been to
Well,
one
we
yet.
did a paint.
I
we
would
did
love it, though.
We did a smoke in the parking lot and paint a few years ago, and then we just did the painting class on the cruise ship. I apologize. But yeah, we did such a good job. Neither of us followed the instructions, and we both came up with really nice paintings. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll
A
go on.
lot of people weren't.
Yeah, they really
I think
were.
somebody drew a Santa's Village. And
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. It's like Northern Lights.
Doing okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Santa is up north, I would guess. So maybe that's where
Santa is up north where the Northern Lights are. I have seen him there. He
I,
comes from
um,
Finland.
One of my bucket list items is seeing the Northern
Smoking
Lights.
again.
It's pretty great. I have seen them. It's
I've seen them
amazing.
here.
Oh no, you gotta
But
go.
I
Yeah, you
mean,
gotta
like-
go up to the north. And see
Yeah.
them. Yeah. I was lucky enough to see them when I was in Finland above the Arctic Circle.
make sure
and I
you
got to see
take it-
them, and it was pretty fucking
That is,
crazy.
I imagine.
Just
It
make
was
sure you
amazing.
take a toque.
A toque?
A toque.
A toque.
A.
Oh.
That's true. You could just see them. I mean, you don't even have to go there. You can just keep going really, 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 really north in Canada, and eventually you'll get there.
I wonder if weed's legal in Alaska.
I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
have an
It's like the
internet
wild
box, look it
frontier
up.
up there. I just kind of almost like assume like everything's fucking legal. It's pretty crazy up
it's
there.
close enough to Canada. You can just hop the border.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I there's a hot springs. It's a mouth of an old active volcano. It's still hot. In 60 miles or so, I want to say northeast of Fairbanks,
Okay.
and it's called the Borealis Hot Springs. You could sit out in this hot springs in the middle of a winter storm
And watch.
and just watch the Northern Lights.
That'd be incredible.
I'd
that
love
sounds
to do that.
sounds amazing. Yeah.
There's
Well,
one-
yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen like the ads for like in like Sweden and Finland and Norway. They have like igloos you can.
yeah.
I know they have them in Finland. I think Sweden too.
What do you do in a hot spring? Do you frolic?
You swim in it. Actually,
and it's warm and it's good. It's good for your skin and
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what do you do?
You
I mean,
sit in
just
it and
you just
enjoy
sit.
it.
it's
You
it's
just
kind
fit
of
and
like
blow bubbles, if you know what I'm saying.
we were in a hot spring.
Wonderful.
Nevada or Arizona hot springs. It's right near the Hoover Dam. The pressure from the lake or something pushes it through some rocks and it comes out pretty hot. And we sat in that and it just you just sort
Near
of
the Hoover Dam.
yeah.
Oh, I've been to the Hoover Dam. I don't. Or was it?
There is so much hiking around there. If you go just out,
We
of,
just went to the Hoover Dam and that was it. We didn't do anything else.
there are some really cool trails that were 3 minutes from you that were almost better than the dam.
Damn.
If you ever go back,
Damn
there.
it.
Damn it. Well, they used to have
All right,
railroad.
not as good as Wells, but
Yeah, they used to
tried.
have railroad tracks that serviced
all right, you
the
laughed
dam.
anyway.
And you could hike those tracks through all the old tunnels and stuff through the mountains. We've been there.
Oh, that would
It's
be
pretty cool.
Oh, I would like to do that. Dan would like that. I think we both like
Well, if you ever go back out, let us know.
Okay.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around what do you do once you get into the hot spring.
It's like, what do you do when you get in a hot tub? You just sit there and shoot the shit. Actually, when
You
we
sit
went,
there, you hang out, you talk to the people who are there, whatever,
when we went,
It's just nice.
it is.
I like to sit on the jets.
Of course you do.
Well, it's the hot tub.
What's the stuff floating on the water?
No.
It got pressure washed out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you probably can't do that at a hot spring. That's really bad.
Well, they don't have like jets like that.
No, it depends on the hot spring. Some of them, the one we were at, like groundwater came out of the sand and sort of ran into an area that, like, natural hot springs actually can be a little dangerous too. Especially out west, there's if you ever go.
Oh, there's some that are like super duper fucking hot that
Right,
you will
but-
literally die if you even go near it and stuff like
We
that.
live in an area that doesn't
Well, it wouldn't
have
have
this.
water then. It'd be
Is it the
boiled
brain-eating amoebas?
Yeah, outside of the Northeast, natural warmer hot springs or bodies of water at all, there's a brain-eating bacteria called Nigeria fowleri in it, and if you get them up your nose, it's like
You're dead? You're done?
yeah, a couple of dozen people I think a year get it. It's basically got a 96% death rate, so you don't want to go under the water. But
Oh, good to know.
I don't
that's
wanna
true
do-
in pools and pretty much any body of water that's not heavily chlorinated.
If I remember correctly, you basically have to have the water forced up your nose so it gets
Yeah.
into your sinus cavity.
I don't want to do anything fun because it's
But-
just shit like that.
But
Fuck it.
I'm telling you, the hot springs.
I don't know. I've been in a hot spring before and it was really
They're
nice.
neat.
So
Get off my lawn.
I would do it again. I just
it.
wouldn't put my head under
Just
it.
don't
That's
put
all.
your- that's all.
Just don't put my head under it. That's fine. I don't need to put my head under there anyway. What do I need to put my head under there for? It's just I don't know, whatever.
The one in Arizona, well, it's on the border, but that one had they had put sandbags to make the water even higher, and it came up to it was really cool. And
nice.
you're in a desert wash, and I think you could see out towards the Colorado from there. I can't remember. We did have a creepy, nice but creepy old weird dude that was in the hot spring with us that just sort of got out and just walked around in front of us with his junk swinging back and forth, and that was a little weird.
it was naked hot spring.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, you could be naked.
Okay.
Nobody-
I don't know what the
I mean, if I
protocol
can
is.
be naked, I would. I mean, honestly,
What
if I
park
could
ranger
be.
is around there to tell you?
It is so hard to get to this one that we were at. It was so hard. But after we got back, I was like, I don't know if that was worth it. It was one hell of a hike. You basically hike from the Hoover Dam all the way down to the Colorado River down a desert wash. It's a lot,
Jeez.
but it was very pretty. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do? You win some, you lose some. But so there's not a lot of people down there.
So they had one creepy dude walking around with his junk hanging around.
And a bunch of hot college guys that did not have their junk hanging around. I wouldn't have minded to see that, but no, they just kept going.
Yep.
Bastards. So
And then there was a weird creepy dude. You're like, I don't want
Yeah.
to see your junk. Could you please just go over there? Thanks.
I mean, he was a nice guy, but he just
Well,
but
it's weird.
he just gets out of the water and he's like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, that's weird.
bends
That's
down,
weird.
stretching, gets up. So where are you guys from? And I'm like, oh, we're from upstate New York. And then he's like bending over.
Oh yeah, that would freak me out.
So
It's like helicopter.
Will's over there.
It's like,
What is it when you
I'm
get?
hypnotized?
There's as a guy, there's something that happens when you're young. It just hangs. Mm-hmm. Then you get to it doesn't change in size, but it just starts to get smaller. Mm-hmm. And then there's an age, and it has to be somewhere around 60 when you go to the gym where it just hangs again. But it's too much for an older person to it's awkwardly weird. I don't know if have you noticed that in the gym?
It's been a while. And actually, my gym, there's not a lot of junk swinging.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's fine for good or bad. I don't. Just the time I've been in there hasn't
So
been
like
a lot
penis
of
is definitely changing.
nakedness.
I mean, I guess doesn't everything change in time? Like all body parts.
I feel like when you
change
get
in time?
there's a middle
I mean,
age.
boobs change. I don't know if my vagina has changed. I don't I don't know that those change.
It's not like you're taking medical measurements of it every year to see like,
my clitoris is like this now. Yeah,
Well,
no.
you know what you can do? You can get a case of
I'll ask Dan.
clone of
Does
pussies.
it look any different down there from when we first were together?
Well, hold on. Let me check the scrapbook.
I know.
Yeah, it's a little bigger on the top and a little smaller on the bottom than it was in no, that was just a weird year.
All right, I don't know if this is the right group to bring this up with.
Probably,
but whatever.
It's us, probably.
I don't know. You're talking about hiking. I don't hike, so I'm going to talk about veg. So,
I love hiking.
there is.
How do you not love hiking?
I got shit to do. There's a lot of things that
but you go walk around and there's pretty things to
I'm
look
not
at.
anti-hiking. I
It's like,
I
damn,
got shit to
love
do, dude.
hiking.
Black Creek Park is my favorite park in the Rochester area.
Black Creek Park, where's that?
It is out like in Chile.
Oh,
And
okay. Good
it's
to know.
It's
Churchville?
yeah, maybe I think it's
What's the
It's more
difference?
towards Churchville.
yeah. It's
You know what he's
out
talking about
west.
too?
It's not that big a difference, but
It's out west.
It's our favorite park. There's it can be a little wet, but there's like a very old mature pine forest where you're underneath the canopy for like a quarter mile, half mile, and you can just
that's
see
cool.
all around you. You're underneath the pine canopy, and
That's neat.
really neat. Just needles and very little growth under it. And then that you go right into floating docks out on like a marsh, and then it's just got a really nice loop. What do you like about it?
No pressure.
I don't know. It's just a nice hike.
Yeah, I mean,
The
just
mosquitoes suck in the summer, but
The mosquitoes are everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter where you go, they're going to be
I mean they
mosquitoes.
were
Oh, wait, but
ravenous.
is there a marsh there, though?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
why
the
they're
marsh
ravenous.
is there, yeah, so...
You could run and you're just you can't get away from them. You can't run fast enough.
no, it's true, and you can't.
So it looks really pretty, but there's a lot of mosquitoes.
Well, you just got to go at the right time.
Yeah. So don't go in the middle of summer.
You could also just go into the pine forest and then walk out into the marsh and leave too. So
Well, you know, I don't know. Maybe you guys, because you guys do like hiking and stuff. Did you guys know about the oldest forest that they have discovered in the world is right here in New York State?
where?
It's like closer to downstate, and I think in the Catskill region, maybe.
Interesting.
But it's now like you can't, now that they've discovered it, now that they've realized how old it is, you can't go in it, which makes me mad. Like, damn it, I would have loved to be able to go in there.
Yeah.
I mean, old growth forests are so
not the bossy.
fucking cool.
Well,
No, it's blocked off. You can't go in there. Like, they're doing studies there and all that.
you
Like,
do the
there's
camo, you do the
scientists-
camo makeup.
No,
get
there's
in
like
there, man.
scientists doing. No, I mean, there's
on,
there's a
ninja.
very, I'm sure there's a very good reason for
Become a
nobody going in
scientist.
there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Become a scientist just so I can
There
go in
you
that
go.
old growth
Yes,
forest.
there are ways. You can do
The
it.
Bill Nye Science badge. I'm sure you can find on eBay. And
But I do love. I mean, when you go to,
I have the Bill Nye Science badge. I'm allowed to be here.
That's
What's
right.
your credentials?
That's right, yeah, it's-
have
which
you guys
I
gone
just
to
made up, by the
Green
way. I don't
Lake?
know if there actually is.
Have you
one.
guys gone to Green Lake? The one over just past Syracuse.
I haven't. You might.
Okay.
No.
First of all, I highly recommend it because it's a beautiful lake. It's one of those. It's a Maya whatever. It's a type of lake that the waters don't mix, so you can see the different layers of water in there. And there's only so many of those. But anyway, the one at Green Lake is amazing and gorgeous. And there's also a really old growth forest there, and you can tell. You can just you're just among these trees, and you can I don't know what it is, but it's just like you can almost feel the old. Like you can almost feel. I don't know. Like I'm like I could really
Yeah.
picture dinosaurs being here. Like
my
it
new
looks like
tagline,
it
by the
could
way.
be.
Yeah. There's a
Feel the old.
I
That's
feel the
my-
old.
No, feel the old. That's my new.
Is that? I'm not going to say it.
No, so next year when I'm running for city council, that's going to be my
Feel the old.
Dave Sullivanus. Feel the old.
I was going to say, I think the
bumper
Democrats
sticker.
have already used that this year.
Yo, amazing.
Oh, really? For
with the
real.
finger guns.
Of course.
Always with finger guns.
Yeah.
Never not finger guns.
Yeah, never not finger.
So have you seen Eternal Flame or Tift Nature Preserve?
I have not gone to
They're,
that
they're
yet.
definitely places you should check out. I mean, there's like so many wonderful.
I do know
places
about
down
it.
there.
I just haven't been to it.
Yeah,
yet.
it's an interesting hike. It's underneath a waterfall. There's like an old methane vein or something.
Right,
that
that's
comes
why there's the eternal flame there.
Yeah.
It goes out every so often, but
and
most of the
somebody
time
just goes in
it's
and lights it up.
lights back up again. Yeah.
Mostly, so it doesn't.
It's a shit job.
It probably
Just
is. Yeah.
saying.
I mean, how do you get in there and light the thing?
And, some
Is it? I mean, I've seen pictures of it. Is it hard to get to?
You definitely have to crawl in something. I mean, they probably have like a pole with a lighter at the end. Or
Yeah,
something.
they probably have something special to get
Because
there.
Oh, you mean to light it?
yeah.
I thought you meant
Yeah,
like
not to
just
get
to get
there.
her. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Because the light.
Don't you have to walk up a stream to get there?
I've never been. I've only seen pictures of what it looks like. So if I saw it, I would go, "Oh yes, I've seen pictures of you."
I mean, the picture. You know, this is the problem with nature is unless. Well, there's just pictures make everything look more glorified than like it's a really pretty waterfall. It's very much like what I'm used to in the southern tier, but it is a small flame. It's like a oil lamp flame. You know, it's not huge, but when you see a picture of it, it's like at the perfect time at night when whatever.
Instagram filter.
It's a lot less impressive in person compared to the pictures, but it's still pretty
It's
cool.
still pretty cool that it
Yeah.
exists at all.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes photography's so good it ruins it for me when I get there.
Good point.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so like
you say it about porn.
well, you
That
And then
too.
and then you get there
That
and you're like,
too.
oh, that's what I'm.
it looked nice,
dealing
but you
with?
know it's not
Jesus.
captured in a picture. The smell.
Good point.
I'm getting.
Okay.
I've hit a nerve.
No, not a nerve. I
This
think,
is a smell-o-vision type of.
No, I understand, but all I'm saying is, it's one of my humble opinion. It's one of the benefits of being straight.
Well, when you're, I don't think differently though. Most gay men will clean out to where there's just no smell at all.
Okay,
I
well
mean,
then, fair enough.
for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mean not everybody, but I mean it just it is a butthole. So like, I don't think you'd want to. I don't think you'd want to go off-roading, so to speak.
No.
So, but I think so you pretty much know there's never going to really ever be a smell. I don't know. It was more of a joke, but yeah. I mean, sometimes shit happens, but
Literally.
Yes. No, God.
but
The Attack of the Dead jokes, man. It's no, I'm down with a good veg smell though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, like a smell, like whatever sex
it has a smell.
you're
Whatever you're
attracted
attracted
to,
to, yeah.
you're gonna
You like-
find that
Yes.
sexy,
Yeah. In theory, hopefully.
In theory,
hopefully
yeah.
you do.
right?
I just put a clothespin next to my
Yeah,
bed.
I was just gonna go like whatever. I love you, honey. You're so sexy.
Make out with me.
Turn your head and take.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I have maybe it's just because I have friends that love to tell me shit, which is awesome because I love hearing my friends like goofy weird things. Anywho, but I've had some friends tell me about some experiences with the opposite sex or with the same sex or whatever where
You want another human.
they were like, "Ooh, that wasn't a smell I want to deal with." So. I mean, you can be attracted to that person, but then you get to the bedroom, you're like, oh.
I
Oh,
was
not
with
so
a
much
guy
with that.
once whose jizz smelled so awful.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It was like there was an odor to it that just was like
nasty.
it was like
No joke. Probably their diet.
it could be.
No, I mean, wouldn't it be?
Isn't that a thing?
I mean, I don't know. There's different. Some guys have a lot of fluid, but some guys have not. It's like more concentrated. I don't know. I have no idea. It just was very.
It was not pleasurable
It
for
was
you.
like it was dialed up to 11.
Ooh,
Yeah.
not so much then.
So I was like,
So that was, we're done with that one.
yeah,
My jizz is dialed up to 11.
yeah, baby. Most guys are a 6 or a 7 at best. I'm off
Weird
the
thing to
chart,
brag about. Yeah, right.
and it's an exponential chart. So 11 is 100 times more than 10.
Okay, seriously, anyone who's walking around bragging about that is not going to bring math into this equation. They're just not.
My jizz smells like a fish market.
Yeah, they'd do more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody says that.
Well, I just did, but
You
that
did.
might be the
So
first
before
time.
you interrupted talking about hiking, can I get back to vaginas?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I love hiking.
I would say that on purpose. I was making.
I know.
fun.
Don't we all love hiking? Except for Dave. Dave doesn't like
I
hiking.
don't not like hiking. I just don't have time for that. I got shit. Like, again, you make me keep saying this. I just got stuff to do.
See, that's the whole thing. I make time for the hiking.
That's
I
right.
understand.
I make time. We make time for hiking
That's-
because I look it into my life like I need.
Okay,
that,
so I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I don't
Yeah.
dislike it.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I was hiking, generally, I would be appreciative But yes, I don't make time for it.
Do you want to make time to hike with us this summer?
I would.
In theory,
I would.
No, I would love to hike with
In
you guys.
theory?
I'm sure Dan and I would
I don't
love to
know.
hike
In
with you
theory?
guys in the summer.
I have no idea what my future holds. But yes,
Wonderful things. That's what holds.
it could be summer school. Maybe not.
No.
So
well,
I don't know
sorry.
yet. But in theory, yes, I would totally like
In
to.
theory, all about it.
Yeah. All I was going to say, and because I'm going to tie, I've been contemplating reaching out to ask somebody if they'd want to be on the show, on the Zoom, of course, because they don't live around these parts.
Mm-hmm.
We may have talked about this on the show before, like years
so not
ago.
Special K.
No, it's her
her
birthday.
it is her birthday, I
I
know
wished her happy birthday.
Okay, me
I
too.
did. And damn, so you got me derailed. Now I'm thinking about something else. Thanks.
Is it more hiking or more vaginas?
It's more vaginas.
Oh.
It's totally vaginas.
Always.
Unless we want to start calling it hiking now.
Well,
I went hiking last night, if you know what I'm saying.
I mean, listen, if somebody said exactly that to me, I would know they meant sex.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Maybe I meant cooking spaghetti, but I just called it hiking, if you know what I'm saying. So there's something that started with Betty Dodson, who was a artist,
Sex therapist.
sex therapist, sex educator, sex advocate, but women's
Cool.
sex. Yeah. Who
Super cool.
died a few years ago in her 90s. She lived a
Yeah.
ridiculously awesome, super long life.
Yep.
see, sex is good for you.
Yeah. Oh, that's what she was saying.
Oh no, she was awesome.
No, she was
really
totally
great sex advocate.
Oh, no question.
I was saying that for my husband.
Yeah. Well,
yes, sex is good for you, William.
Okay.
in theory,
Okay.
in theory,
Ouch.
Oh, Pete, I'm sorry.
no, in theory, at times it might not be. In
Yeah.
certain, I'm not saying. I'm just in general. So anyway, the thing that Betty, one of the things that she created with this program, or whatever you want to call it, called Body Sex, and it was this thing where it still is. I mean, as she trained people to do this, and now she's gone. People all over the country. I think there's somebody in Buffalo who does it, and I know there's someone in Toronto who does it. Stuart follows a couple of their social media outlets, and it's this experience. It takes it takes a couple, at least 2-3 days, where you're basically sitting around in a big circle naked, and you're looking at your vagina, and like you get like hand mirrors,
Yeah.
and you're like really. Yeah, and you're really, because like most of the time, women aren't really taught what the fuck they got down there.
It's true.
And it's this 2 to 3 day exploration, and you figure shit out, like literally. And what I see are all these testimonials that are just like, holy crap, this has like literally changed my life. And it's not like it's a cult or anything. It's not like you have to stay there or you have to wear certain clothes afterwards or
Yeah.
anything. But it really seems to be this therapeutic, I don't know, say intervention.
It's funny you say that. I almost could say that I think men would benefit from something like that, but I think they're too uptight to sit around in a circle with other men and admit that they all have the same genitals. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of shame about sex
Yeah.
in our country.
I'm both.
Oh,
with
yeah.
both sexes.
Yeah, and I just think like I think I don't know if it's an American problem, I'd say, but
Well,
it's
definitely an American problem on some level.
yeah, I mean, but
Like in Finland, people are naked. Like you were talking about being around that dude, about
Right.
weirdo dude, when you guys were at the hot spring. But like in Finland, one of the places I went in when I was in Rovaniemi was that's above the Arctic Circle, so that's where I saw the Northern Lights. We went into a sauna because saunas are really, really huge there. And we went into the Turkish sauna, which is amazing because it has like this menthol in there. So, oh my God, it opens up your breathing and stuff so nicely. I love it so much. So that was a Turkish sauna. So you go into the sauna and it's co-ed. Like there's dudes there right next to you.
Yeah.
You know, there's women and men in the same,
I mean, in
like
theory-
sitting there right in the same place. And everybody's naked. It's weird, and it's a weird culture thing, but it's
Yeah.
interesting there. Like, of course, people are checking people out. I mean, you can't not.
Well, it's human nature.
It's human nature to
Yeah.
check people out,
But,
even
but
if
you
you're
don't
not.
have you don't have guys go like stretching and stuff, right?
No. But it is interesting that, like in other cultures, like
gotta touch
it's
my toes
really
for a minute.
not. I mean, people still want to fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
that's human nature. But it's just interesting that I feel like in that culture, nudity is really, really not a big deal at all.
Well,
At all.
I think that we confuse nudity with healthy sexuality here. I think that's where we go wrong because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, a lot of people are like all about like, oh yeah, I get naked all the time, and I go to clubs and I wear the skimpiest clothes, and it's like, well, you're not really sexually healthy though, because you're doing that stuff. And conversely, like, people might think that. Like a lot of conservative people,
It's a Venn
might say-
diagram that you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's not. It
yeah.
doesn't. It doesn't mean you're anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, because, I mean, the fact is that, human bodies have a penis or a vagina, and, like, we should, like, it's weird that we're not comfortable with that. You know what I mean?
I think bodies are really, really attractive. I think all kinds. Well, I guess that there goes the bisexual part of me too. I think bodies are gorgeous, and I love body parts.
Yeah.
and I love the way they look. And I mean, I'm perfect. I am very, very happily married.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I still think they're beautiful.
Right.
Like bodies are beautiful.
Well,
and I don't mind seeing them, and I like
Yeah.
seeing them.
I find them, like,
Yeah.
even if it's sexually beautiful, it's not like I'm, like, need to go do something. Like, you
Right,
can just
right.
appreciate
It's just
it.
you just appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like a human. It makes us fucking human.
We humans like to run away from things that make us human. That we're deeply uncomfortable with anything that actually makes us human.
That's sad. Which is sad.
But I mean, think about it. Like, in all the problems people have, a lot of them are just unable to. Like,
Yeah.
people can't face death. They have really weird things about, like, certain parts of sex, things that just, like, those are the most human things about us. And then people are just, like, really weird about it. Like, I don't know. It's
Right. Like, just, I mean, if you think about it, sex on the level, I mean, yes, there is sex to procreate and everything, but we are not the only, like, mammals that have sex for fun, I don't think.
I think dolphins do.
I think dolphins do too.
There's a handful.
There's a handful. It's just not, I mean, but the thing is, like, this is something all of us do. All humans.
Yeah.
No matter what I would say not, there are some people who are asexual or whatever, but for the most
right.
part, everybody is,
Yeah.
has a sexual attraction on some level or another, and it should be normalized. It shouldn't be that weird.
I think we make it a little, like, I think being healthier, like, about our relationships and things is what we should be focusing on. Oh my God, what if little Johnny finds out that women have vaginas? Like, it's like, it's just life. Like, teach life.
Yeah. Yeah. Johnny's going to find out about vaginas because
There's
that's
a
just
90%
a normal
chance Johnny's going to want to spend some time with one at some point.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And even if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. You
Right.
should just know about body parts.
Right.
They're just body parts. They're just fucking body parts.
I know. Can you imagine, like, if people got so uptight about, oh my God, I could see his, well, I guess we do about ankles. Like,
Well, at one point it was.
Yeah.
At one point you couldn't even, a lady couldn't even
I
show
was
an
out
ankle.
and this whore was exposing her ankles to me.
Though I will say some I mean, I don't really have any fetishes per se, but I mean, everything has an attraction level. If somebody had really nice legs and they had like something like a little cute thing around their ankle, I'd fucking notice that. I'd be like, oh, look how cute that looks.
When we go out, we notice guys with nice legs all the time.
You do.
Or butts.
You do. I've been with you when you to each other.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
look at his butt.
Oh,
You guys
We're
do that
awful.
in front of me, and I'm like
Yeah.
shocked. I'm just so embarrassed.
and
I'm not. I don't give a fuck.
do you look though?
Oh, look. What's it gonna do? What am my retina's gonna burn? I don't.
like I'm just looking at
I can't see.
yeah.
I looked right in the butthole.
It was too nice.
It just occurred to me just now as we're talking about this. Like I've never really had the being bisexual and finding both. Everybody's hot. It's like it just hasn't occurred to me ever until this very moment that really some people like they really, really are not into the other sex. Like they're truly, 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 truly not into it at all and don't really into it at all. And so those people, do they get like freaked out about like stuff like that? Like that dude's butt. You're like, I don't like butts at all. I don't
You're
like
not-
dude butts.
Will's not into women at all.
I'm not Kinsey Six.
Well, this would be a first time hearing this.
I'm sorry. I don't know what that means.
Well, there's a Kinsey scale.
Kinsey scale.
Oh,
You know, like 1 is like Chuck Norris straight, and 6 is
Like, I'll fuck everyone.
Richard Simmons.
Chuck's fucking
Gay.
Honestly,
Chuck's
I
like
thought it
on
went
the
from 0
down.
to 6, but it doesn't matter.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, it's 0 to 6.
Where
Okay, now I'm there.
right smack in the middle, it means you're 50-50 bisexual.
See, I take Dave's approach. Like, I think that's the right approach because, like, I know some gay men that are like, "Oh, women are so disgusting," and I'm like, what are they? Like, why would you say that? Well, I'm just not attracted to them. I think they're disgusting, and I'm like, well, okay. But then I know a lot of straight men that are like oddly afraid of, like, even accidentally looking at a gay guy with like a shirt off. It's
Or
like,
any guy,
well,
yeah.
I want that idea in my head, and I'm like,
Right.
well, that's because you're uncomfortable with your sexuality. I mean, that's basically what it is. I mean, I like your approach where it's like, so what? It's not my thing. Like,
And honestly, I like, man, like many things. I'm also, how do I say this? Not even trying to be funny. I'm a very moody person about everything, about what food I want to eat, what kind of drink
you
I
are
want.
a Cancer.
Okay, well,
That
whatever.
goes with that.
Okay, but I'm just saying things that like turn me on. Also, different times, different things.
I think that's a little normal.
Is it? Well, I like to think that's normal.
Like,
I don't think I'm all that special.
I've said before I consider myself bi, and there are like weeks I won't check a woman out, and then we were at the restaurant.
Really? You consider
other day.
yourself bi?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've
like
never thought of that about. I mean, I know. I'm like, we've talked about it, but I thought you were. So you're bi, but more gay. Are you even like? How do you feel
this
about
is
that?
this has taken a long time for me to deal with.
Okay, yeah, I love that.
So I've always been as attracted to women as I am to men, but I'm not intellectually as compatible with a woman at all.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, I hate how everything has a label today, but like I want to be, you know, close to the. I don't want to just hook up. Like, I guess if I just hooked up, I could just
Fuck anybody,
It's
whatever.
a wet hole at that
Right,
point.
right,
Like,
whatever.
why do I care? But like, I kind of want to be a little bit in tune with the person, like, you know, mentally, intimately
Right,
before
right.
and I just haven't ever had that with a woman.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean,
that makes sense.
I do find Will finds me annoying sometimes when I'm like, damn, look at that or whatever. But
Oh, I know there's a couple of YouTube stars. That,
oh, shut up. Just shut up right now.
Yeah, you'd be like, maybe.
Well, but I think
I'm not disagreeing.
the thing is that they're like, I could see myself being friends with them. You know what I mean?
Like, okay, I like your boobs. You're really cute, but I don't want to have that. Like, I find you attractive, but I'm not into you on that level.
well,
is it more
it's
like that?
It's like I find them sexually attractive, but I'm not like connected with them mentally to like feel
Even
like I
consider
want
it.
to do it. Like
Right.
the
I
word
get what
today,
you-
I think, is demisexual.
Oh yeah, I have heard that.
But whatever. I just hate how everything has to be labeled. But like, I guess that's how I am. Like, I rarely do the hookup thing. And usually, what the times in my past that I have done it, I don't want to say usually because I don't want my husband to think I'm hooking up. But in the past, I really hit it off with them, and it, you know, I still spent like an hour or two with them before I went and did something.
Right. So
I
you
think-
had to get to know somebody either way.
Yeah. But
Well, I think that's really nice.
there have been my getting kicked out at the reason I was kicked out of Water Street Music Hall was because I was about to have sex with a woman in the basement. So like, it's
Badass.
it is true. It did
That's
happen.
badass.
So
Man, I never got kicked out of there. That sucks.
And I know of someone who you were attracted to.
I'm trying to figure out if it's not the same person.
I don't know who you were with at Water Street.
Yeah, I was gonna say it.
I don't know who that was, dude.
So, but
It's somebody. Well, it's someone who we both know, obviously. But that's all right. We can move on.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Anywho, that's interesting. That is I didn't know.
Small ass
Look at
town.
that. I mean, I've known you
swear
for
I've-
years, and
I swear I've told you that.
you know what? Maybe you have, and I just, I'm just old and I don't remember shit.
It's about it's like the connection with the like I find sex without a connection to be it's almost worse than not having sex because it's like I know it means nothing, so it's like, why am I doing this?
Right.
Like, that's how I see it.
Well, I've had sex without connection, and definitely don't like it as much.
Yeah.
definitely don't.
My hand is
prefer it.
far more skilled than somebody I don't.
Correct. I would rather use my hand, I think, at this
Yeah.
point in my life. Yeah. I mean, I've already said God forbid. I mean, I love my husband, so I don't expect anything awful is going to happen.
Well, you always think about like the what ifs.
What ifs? Oh my goodness. I think honestly, if the what ifs would be, I would just be single for a long time.
Oh my God, I would just give up. I'd be like,
Fuck it.
yeah.
I don't know. I
can't deal with nonsense anymore.
I know. I have plenty of girlfriends who are around my age who are single, and they're perfectly. Honestly, they seem perfectly fucking happy. I mean, sometimes they're like, yeah, sometimes you miss having somebody in the bed with you or something, but
Yeah.
for the most part,
Not me. Get out.
no.
No.
Really?
Yeah. Get out. Don't need you here. I'll get out.
Well, you just don't like sleep. You don't like sleeping in the same bed as somebody, though.
That is true. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't like.
No. Yeah. No. Well, if we're done, one of us is leaving. You choose. I don't care. You want me to go? I'll go.
I got mine now. Get the fuck out.
No, it's not about that. We'll cuddle.
Don't
Whatever.
We'll cuddle, but when it comes to the actual falling asleep,
When it's
you gotta
sleeping
go.
time, someone's going. It doesn't have to be them. It could be me. I cannot sleep with other.
You know, it's weird. We cannot sleep without each other.
Yeah, say I have an easier time sleeping.
You say this week has been tough because he has been snoring and
Well, you know
fierce.
what's wrong with this?
Some fierce snoring.
This is true. It's like this is an us problem. So we have our house set to cool down at night because we keep it at 69 and then we turn it like whatever. So we turn it to 62 when we go to bed, but it's been kind of warm this week. So we've been waking up hot as balls.
Yeah, we've had that too.
And it's like, that's when I start to we roll apart from each other. But like when I travel for work, all we do is endlessly complain that we don't sleep well without each other.
Oh,
I mean, we don't
That's so
necessarily have to be
cute.
up each other's ass the whole night, but
oh, that's really cute.
I don't know if
I can't. Can't do it.
I do prefer to sleep with my husband in the bed.
We
too.
did.
I do.
When Eve and I were first married, we did, and I don't sleep well to begin with. I was getting no sleep.
I
could
understand
not
it.
sleep.
Some people can't. It's
everybody's different.
It just everybody's different. Some
Yeah,
people can't
it's-
be in the same room.
It'd be a weird world if we were all exactly the same.
It would be so fucking boring.
It would.
I
What would we
hate it.
complain about?
Oh, I'd have great boobs.
My
You'd have
husband
great
gave
boobs.
me a knee rub and then leaned to the mic, so I know he's going to say something mean about me. And he
I was going to say I will take the snore-filled broken sleep over not having you there any day.
Aww.
my heart is breaking, honey.
Aw,
Which
That's
is-
so sweet.
You're
It's
crazy.
it's going to make me snore more tonight. I'm just kidding.
It's like, never mind. I'm sleeping on the couch.
Use the CPAP you're supposed to use.
I hate those fucking things.
My mom has one too.
I have a mild, whatever it's called, but it's like I feel like
Sleep apnea?
God, there's like a number they give you, like between 0 and some fucking number, and I'm like,
Well, maybe you should compare notes with the Taggarts. You can figure out how to use it.
I don't know if
Sorry, that was an inside thing.
Yeah,
Sorry
like,
about
I don't
that
even know
one.
what you're talking
Sorry
about.
I know. I'm sorry.
I strap it to my cooch.
That was just for Pete.
What?
You could strap one of those. Oh God, that's disgusting.
Ew.
mind.
Yuck.
You could. It's got these straps that go around your face.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And
I've
it's
seen my
shaped
mom
like
has one.
It's
Yeah.
shaped like a V.
Yeah, it
well,
kind
there's
of
different.
is.
There's different ones because there's
Yeah.
one that goes to your nose, and then the one I have goes over your face.
Yeah, the one that my mom has goes over her
Yeah,
face.
I hate those things. But you could flip it over and then
Adjust it to the badge if you wanted.
wrap it around your legs and just have it.
But wait a minute. What does it do?
It just blows air.
That's what I thought. You don't want air blown into your veg, right?
Well,
isn't it bad?
It only. Here's what it does.
I don't know. I just don't want it. It just seems weird.
No, I was
don't
joking
know
around.
that.
No, but
You
isn't
wouldn't
it
wanna
like
do that.
dangerous?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought blowing.
It probably can't be good for you.
Yeah, I can't see it being good.
I don't know. My CPAP probably wouldn't. You'd have to be pretty open for it to blow air in you. But some people are really. It's kind of a bad thing, but I need a CPAP, and because I've gained some weight.
Pete, it would only work if you have a vag face.
Yeah, well, it's. What do you think these are for?
I just
Yeah, so I'm just going to try to focus on losing weight so that I can sleep without it. I hate that thing, and I can't.
And
sleep.
that's why. Did your doctor say that's why?
Well,
You
they
gain
said
weight?
that's the most, because what happened, this is a male problem. This is more, women tend to store fat like in their legs and their ass, and
Yep.
men tend to
Thank
store
God.
fat
Oh,
in
sorry.
their
Did you say it out loud?
around. It's
In their
called
belly.
visceral fat.
Yeah. It's
So-
like chest and belly, isn't it?
Yeah.
for men?
So visceral fat actually is one of the reasons men die sooner. Is it wraps it around your organs and it sort of siphons off nutrients and provides less physical space for things like breathing fully in and out. So I'm not that heavy, but it's
Start
enough.
taking some diabetes meds, man. It's all the rage.
Semaglutide.
You want some? I'll give you some on metformin.
You know, I was all about it until Wilfred Brimley stopped doing the commercials.
He died, dude.
Well, you know what? That's not an excuse. With AI, they
Well-
can bring him back.
That's not him. They could. He can't. He has no say in the matter.
Well, he's dead, so bring him
So
back.
AI
What, you wanted?
If Michael
you could do
Jackson
it.
still has a show in the Vegas,
Just don't. just don't.
Jackson still has a show in Vegas.
Just don't change
That's
your
true.
accent in the middle. like you did
it's
last time.
Cirque du Soleil type of thing, but they have a Michael Jackson hologram.
So weird.
Disney's
Yeah.
got the present animatronic things. You could.
Do you think Michael Jackson's pronouns would have been he?
Okay, dude.
So many dad jokes tonight.
Sorry.
Man.
These aren't done dad jokes.
Yeah, I am.
It's all the dad jokes today.
All the dad jokes.
The you're gonna have a ton of show name ideas.
Yo, I already got. Well, right now I'm stuck between 5 Good Minutes and Vag Face, but
Vag face.
well,
Man, those are both
the
good.
titles of the
That's tough.
show. You kind of want to try to get in some search engine shit, so it can't be anything like really bland ass words. It's got to be something that stands out. So dad jokes, I don't know if we'd get. It'd be overwhelmed, but not too many. I think Vag Face might.
Isn't that a Lady Gaga song?
Is it?
Vagina face.
No, I don't know any Lady Gaga.
Oh, it's poker. How did I get
It's
those
Poker
two
Face.
mixed up?
Oh,
But I didn't know. Do you know what that song's about?
Poker?
I knew at one point, but my
Yeah, the
edible's
song
kicking
is
in.
I
about.
don't know.
The song, and I didn't know it. I looked it up eventually. The song is about Lady Gaga having sex with a dude, but the entire time she's fantasizing about having sex with a woman. It's her poker face. She's actually thinking about somebody else.
I did know that. I just had forgotten.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sure you did at one point.
I don't even know the song, so I don't.
When
How
a
do you
man
not know Poker Face?
Bro, I
Yeah,
don't-
you do. Yeah, you do.
Okay, I don't, but okay, I do.
I dressed up as Lady Gaga for one of the Halloween parties.
That means I know the songs.
No, we probably did.
No.
the one
What kind
thing
of
this is
osmosis do you think happens, man?
Well, you were at the party with me.
Okay, but that doesn't mean I know the songs. Okay.
it just didn't stick with him. That's all.
Must not.
I just didn't hear it and go, man, that's my jam. Poker face, poker, and Dave's like, ma 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 ma.
I'm gonna play it for you. You're gonna go.
That's
Oh,
fine.
that song.
No, so you'll play. So whenever to this party, and I heard the song was playing in my head, I was probably, I am a mole and I live in a hole. That's probably what was in my head.
You were DJing the party.
Yeah, not with that song. I don't have that song. I don't know that song. I swear to you, I don't. I swear. Would you like another?
Do you want another drink?
No,
Oh, okay.
I was wondering if you wanted to try the last tiny little.
Oh, I do. I do want to
bit
try
of
the last
it.
tiny bit. Thank you.
Okay.
I think there's nothing left for a taste.
A little watered down, but
Actually, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Damn. That was an NA craft beer from Bravest Brewing, Peanut Butter Dark.
it's all the heaviness of a regular beer.
No, I haven't had it. I haven't had
buzz.
too many dark NA beers.
Pretty accurate.
I'm in marketing, man. I'm all about it.
He's his poker face.
I am thinking about having sex with a woman, so yeah, I guess it does fit.
It's universally relatable. I'm trying to figure out. See, this is my ignorance as a man. If a man is inside of you, how are you thinking about a woman?
Oh, because you can.
I mean, I guess you can, but the thing that's happening to you is like something a man has. I guess a woman could use a tool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You still think about it.
It's just, it's my, as a guy.
Right. You're
I'm
just
not.
trying to figure this out. Like,
It is
how does
weird
this
because
work?
I wouldn't, that's the other problem. At this point in my age, I would only disappoint a woman if I were to have sex with a woman. She'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not how you do it at all. That's like not even the right end. You know what I mean? Like,
No, you could just be like, tell me what to do, and she'll be like, I love telling men what to do.
There you go.
Oh, Dave's poor face. A lot of
No, I'm just
questions.
trying to. I don't know. No, not quite. Well, I have one. I was, and it's all about. Okay, so I'm using your sentence. I don't know what I would be thinking about if a man was inside me. I don't.
How did I get here?
Kinda, not in a bad way. I think I still would be kind of like many times I've found myself in Hawaii. How the fuck did I end up here? There's a dick in my ass. How the fuck did I get here? What? I don't know. It's entertainment. This is for the show. It is. I know.
Ridiculous.
I'm being silly on purpose.
Ridiculous.
This is how I got fired from my last job.
You woke up and found a dick in your ass?
No, talking about things like this.
Oh.
And you know the name of the show was Home Orgy Kit. Okay.
And?
Was it? All right.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Well,
I
it wasn't
remember.
work orgy kid.
No. Do you know the name of the show that got you fired was called Vag Face? No, Your Honor, I didn't know that.
Actually, it was called Vag Face in 5 minutes,
In 5
sir.
minutes.
That's what it was called.
5 good minutes. It's all good.
5 good minutes, 55 minutes of filler.
Yeah, that would be opposite of the old song 60 Minute Man.
Is that a song?
Oh yeah.
Because there's a song called "Don't Want No What."
Want, no.
Oh, don't. That's Short Dick Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Teeny
Teeny weeny. Yeah. That don't want no short dick man.
You know,
Don't want. Yeah.
it's funny because people are so funny.
Which is terrible.
It is.
It is terrible.
Well, there's too short to be functional.
Well, if it was.
It's kind of like a disability. Like it doesn't. It's like it's just an unfortunate thing you got to roll with. Then there's like short, like I usually park 53-foot tractor trailers in there, and you're driving
And
a
you're-
smaller box
right,
truck.
right.
Well,
There's both.
then
Yeah,
what do you
there's
expect?
either
But
That's what toys are for.
Duh.
There's plenty of ways to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, it doesn't. It
But it's
doesn't.
back to again, but it's that shaming thing. Why guys won't
Yeah.
sit in a circle naked?
Well, I think this just so weird. Like
Except for
men-
your hot springs buddy, he probably
Well,
would.
Well,
It
he was
was-
just trying to get with you two, probably.
Whatever. I'm just saying.
I wasn't.
I'm
I
guessing.
I didn't pick up. The weird thing is normally I can pick up a person's vibe. Huh?
I said, wasn't Chad there?
He was. Our friend Chad was
Chad?
there too.
There,
Yeah.
My Chad? I mean Chad I know?
Yeah.
God, I can't do that.
And of course, Chad.
Is
Chad.
Chad straight?
No.
Oh
No,
my God,
okay.
no.
No.
I
Chad
don't know
is.
Chad.
Chad
No.
is gay,
Gay.
and I'm saying that as a gay man.
Yeah, not in like, oh, that's gay, like something's bad. No,
When
he's
you
like,
see Chad, you think, "Oh, here she comes."
yeah,
Oh,
yes.
okay, got it.
Yes.
Chad's my brother. I love Chad.
I
Watch out, boys! She'll chew you up.
Oh yeah, I like Chad. My short. Okay, I'll say it this way on purpose. My short, brief encounters, my 5 good minutes with Chad. I thought he was awesome.
He's like probably he's my closest friend. I would say we like very much are like brothers. Like he and I were like it's weird. We have no compatibility at all. But are you trying to figure out if you know Chad?
yeah, did you think?
Oh, I'm hitting pause for a second. Hold on.
Chad.
Oh yeah, I'm back on. Sorry.
Chad.
Okay.
This is Chad. I just want to know if it was that Chad because I know
No.
that Chad and that Chad is,
Would
is gay.
that
I didn't know if you
would that Chad be mad if I told the story about him?
He probably won't know, but
Okay,
no,
that's
go
fine.
ahead.
What do you know?
He'll find it
I
funny.
don't know.
No,
the
so
show.
for like I don't know a handful of weeks, Chad did his show at Rochester Free Radio, and probably the first time I spent any time with him, I don't think I did the board. I think I was just in there doing other work,
Yeah, he was sitting. He was doing the board which made it funny too.
which and totally getting hammered on wine while doing a show about Broadway show tunes
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
and
he
just
was-
flaming it up. And by the end, he was so drunk and like screaming into the mic. And he'd turn the mic off and be singing it, the Liza Minnelli at the top of his lungs. It was every fucking cliche you would. And I'm
yeah.
just sitting
That
here
sounds
going,
amazing.
"This could be the best show I've ever seen in my life."
No, he's like, yeah, it was. He would play the musical and sing over it,
Oh my god.
and he's like, "Don't tell me not to live my life in putter," you know. And
It
then by the
was such bad radio, but I was having such a good time watching
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But could bad radio be sometimes actually good radio? Kind of like a bad movie
Yes.
could actually be a good movie.
There is a Venn diagram.
That's what I feel
Again.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just not for a whole damn hour. It was a lot.
Well, I'm just
We-
thinking like the movie Troll 2. It's a terrible movie, but I've watched it many times because
Yeah.
it's amazing. But it's bad. It's really bad.
Okay.
I mean, it's legit, really a really bad movie.
Well, I didn't see Troll 1, so
You don't need to.
okay.
I tried to get Troll 2 and it wouldn't let me watch it online.
Really?
Yeah.
It said you don't want to do this.
Yeah,
It just no.
turn it-
no.
sir, turn around,
Yeah,
turn
no,
around.
just stop. Just
Wait,
Yeah.
has Will seen it? Because he made a face. So,
go
oh my god, both of y'all have to see this movie.
go watch reruns of Barnaby Jones.
We
Just stop.
wanted to watch it, but especially this is weird, but a lot of today's like D-list movies, you know, weren't successful, and so like 10 years after, everybody's like, I don't want this fucking intellectual property. You have it, and it would just get bounced around, and so a lot of times it ended up at a defunct distribution company, and then they go out of business. So there's like nobody owns the rights to redistribute it, so it just dies.
Oh my god, I have to find out.
That's I think Troll 2 is one of those movies. I found a list of like the best bad good movies.
That would explain why.
Oh, that's like up there. That's like in the top 20,
Yeah,
like at
yeah.
all, like
That's-
pretty much all the time.
There's one called Tire,
Tire?
and I think it's
Are you
called
talking about
Tire.
rubber?
Rubber.
Yeah.
No, it's called about. You're talking
Yeah,
about
it's
rubber.
rubber,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've
Rubber.
seen it.
Yeah, so like that was made recently.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good bad movie, but
It was a something.
it was
It was
a
a
good.
little too meta for me.
Yeah, it was too meta for me
Yeah.
too. To be honest,
At
and
some
I think
point-
I'm pretty meta, and that was even much
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah, I was baked when I watched it. It was pretty good.
which is the only reason to watch
all right.
it.
Well, now what was the
It's a
plot?
tire.
It's a murderous tire
Murderous tire.
that drives through
It
the
gains
desert and kills
sentience
people.
somehow.
Yeah, but the way it kills people is
All
funny.
right. I'm just gonna ask one question, and
It's called Rubber, and you could probably find it on
All right,
some
but
streaming because I've seen it.
Is the tire attached to a car?
No,
It's just
it's
a
by
tire.
itself.
Literally a tire.
I think that
Yeah, I don't want to see this movie.
the opening
I
of the
don't wanna see
movie
this.
is a tire
I'll
just
fucking watch The Wire for the 800th time before I fucking
the
watch.
tire's laying on its side, and then it like
sits
No.
up.
it like starts to shake and pops.
This is
up
something
and
on
then starts rolling.
Mystery Science Theater 3000. There's no way I'm watching.
No, it is, dude. It's so good because the way I think in one circumstance,
People talk about it a lot on different movie groups I'm in. It's
Yeah.
like it gets talked about a lot.
it knocks somebody over and then spins out on their face and like rips their body apart or something, and like the tire is like, "Tuh, fuck you," and it just drives off, like or rolls off. It's a really good bad movie, but it's not gratuitously violent.
It's so stupid that you
It's
can't.
stupid.
You
Well-
can't get. I mean, you can't. I don't know. I can't get upset about it.
I'm not upset. I'm just like, there's no way I'm.
Same like Troll 2. It's just a
I'd
really bad
rather, I'd
horror
rather go
movie.
hiking.
Oh my god, what's the one with Santa where Martians?
Oh, Santa.
It's like Mars kidnapped Santa.
Yeah, or something. That one's not terrible. Like
Santa versus the
Rubber.
Martians. Santa. Oh my god, I know it. I've seen it. Oh my god, I can't think of the name of it though.
Sorry, I think somebody's blowing up our phones.
No, I'm
Where
looking
are
up
you?
the movie. Santa
okay.
Claus Conquers the Martian.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, that
You can
one.
still find that one on streaming. I'm pretty sure.
we found it on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
I know. I find stuff.
But
I
that
found a few things on
distribution thing,
YouTube for
Pete, is
free.
probably the reason why I can't find Let Me Tell You About White Chicks.
It very likely could be.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a weird thing. We were watching it. It's like there are some even some movies that were good, like that came out and grossed millions. It's just at some point nobody was like, "Yeah, I'll buy that from you. I can make that much back from it." And the movies no
I
longer.
was-
Like there's a I will tell you a couple of them that I know that were like that and that now are out and that you can buy it, but for a long time you couldn't find 200 cigarettes, which came out in 99, I think 98 or 99. And I fucking love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. Dan eventually found it for me online somewhere, and he admitted, he's like, I won't lie, that was kind of expensive. But now you can just buy it on Amazon for like $12.99 or something.
Yeah.
But for a long time you couldn't find it.
Well,
and
I
it's a
think-
great movie. Like people love it.
I suspect because where we work, we used to manufacture a product, and we've kept the sorry, my phone's blown up. We've kept the name and all of the intellectual property for that. I'm trying not to give too much away, but we'll never do anything with it. And at some point, if somebody called and said like, hey, we want to do this same thing, we would probably say, what's the point? Like, it's not worth the time for us to get lawyers involved and sign a contract. But I imagine if you were a film company and enough people called, or Amazon called, and they're like, we'll give you $3 for every viewing.
I'm sorry, the company you work for right now?
Yes. I'll tell you after.
Okay, I was trying to think of the same thing. I'm like, the
You
company.
guys make bagels.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I
too.
didn't want to get into the name of it, but we used to have our own brand name, but we don't do that anymore because all we do is make other people's.
Okay.
Well, we do breads and.
You know what I mean, but
we know what
I
you
mean,
do.
but it's not film. It's bread.
Right,
You eat.
but
Okay.
But there's still intellectual property and shit, probably.
Yeah, we used
involved
to
in
have
that.
our own recipe, and we
Yeah.
used to do our own,
Okay.
I'm
still confused.
fillings and things, right?
Well, we
So-
are over an hour, so let's now because I got to know, and I'll just tell you. So, just for those out there, let me tell you about White Chicks. The joke I made was an actual movie, but it was like a really bad 80s.
It was
porn.
very bad porn. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah,
We
I've never seen it, but I've talked to you about it enough times that I know. about it.
It's the dialogue is so over the top bad. It's worth it for that. It's so cringy. It was cringy in the 80s.
I'm going to look this up.
Oh no, you should.
You should, yeah.
Because it was from these, and I don't know who they were.
It was two dudes. It was like a
the
couple dudes.
They called it. They were the Dark Brothers.
Yeah, the Dark
and
Brothers.
they made Let Me Tell You About White Chicks, and then the sequel was Let Me Tell You About Black Chicks, which I know you're shocked. And then just New Wave hooker. I know
New
this
Wave
two way.
hookers.
This was like my high school years.
Yeah,
when you rent movies from like the back room kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right.
they were protecting us.
And
from
they
those.
would rent them like to high school kids, but knowing that we were high school kids and never ID'd us kind of thing when they
Yeah.
were supposed to. And we would literally just go by the bad names. It wasn't about to be, oh, let's watch something sexy. It was like, well, let's watch the cheesiest fucking thing.
I mean, the first porno I ever saw was Deep Throat, and I actually watched it with a group of friends, and we laughed our fucking asses off. It was hilarious.
All right, I can't.
It was so
we don't
funny.
have time for me to tell this. So, when we saw it in the theater in New York City, Deep Throat.
Oh,
Yeah, like the original. It was,
Oh man, that's
yeah,
way
yeah.
cooler.
Okay, all right, we'll be back next week. Don't
Next
know
week.
what.
We don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Bye.
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 I'm Rich Honkies, and I approve this message. I'm Rich Honkies. I know there have been some Christian voters who have not understood my past acceptance of stem cell research. It's complicated. Sometimes in life, we have to think of the greater good. A politician must be ready to do outrageous and unspeakable things in the name of what he knows is right. And for me, using otherwise unusable medical waste was the sacrifice I was willing to make to get rid of the gay. To me, nothing was more important than research to prevent more of the gay. But things have changed. Last week, my son, Little Rich Honkies, told my wife Ophelia and I that he was gay. It took a lot of courage for Little Rich to come out, but when he told me and I sobered up, I knew that I had to change. So now I no longer need to be conflicted about killing medical waste to stop the gay. I love my son, and I told him that as we shook hands. So now, when you vote for me this November, not only will you have another crusader in the fight against stem cell research, but someone who loves all of God's children, no matter how weird and icky they are. Wait, trans what?
Paid for by Money for Rich Honkies.